Welcome back to the Metro Detroit Poker Series. I'm your host, Terry Prince. With me today again in seat number 2, our multiple-time champion, Joel Asuncion.
Hello, hello.
We bring you tonight the 2024 Tournament of Champions. This is an invitation-only event. You had to cash during a regular season event in order to play in this. $5,700 in the prize pool. And we are looking at the top of the top for this one.
And once again, we're not there, Terry.
Yep, we're sitting on the sidelines yet again. Seat number 1 today, Alex Katowski. Seat number 2, our short stack specialist, Gary Gulteri.
Specialist.
Seat number 3, Joe DeFore. Seat number 4, Henry Williamson. Seat number 5, Jim Burgess. Seat number 6 is Matt Vigiano. Seat number 7, Kevin Higgins, self-anointed Mr. Wonderful. And seat number 8, Dave DeWandler. Seat number 9, Mike Hines. And rounding out this final table today in seat number 10, Gino Catenacci. Once again, these are everybody that qualified during the season. They all had to cash, make an event and cash during the regular season. So our best of the best for the 2023-24 season. Here's our starting chip counts. Joe out in the lead. Matt and Kevin bringing up the rear. Start out today 100 or 1,000, 2,000, 2,000 blinds. So our bottom 2 players only have basically 4.5 bigs to start this. They're going to have to get their money in real quick. As it folds around to Matt with ace-10 offsuit. He's going to get it in.
Yeah, he's one of those short stacks, only has 11K here.
Yep, and Kevin's a shorter stack with 9.5.
Whoa,
he's got
this.
pocket kings, so that's a heck of a hand to be able to wake up to.
That's great.
And he's got action in front of him, so he knows he's going to get a shot at it.
And Joe's got ace-queen, very playable hand here.
Yeah, he makes the call as well. So Kevin's got a chance to triple up. 3-way action. Everybody's trying to figure out what's going on here, but Matt and Kevin are both all in, so we are going to have no more action and just going to have about a 3,000 chip side pot.
Oh, Joe's pretty fortunate there that both of those hands didn't have more chips. He could have gotten a lot of trouble against the kings.
8-4 deuce rainbow. 9 and 3, no help to anybody. The kings are going to take this down. Matt Vigiano is going to go out in 9th place, or 10th place, I'm sorry.
First guy out, yeah.
Gary looks down at King 6 offsuit. Now, in the Tournament of Champions, everybody at the final table does cash. In fact, we pay the top 15. So there's a wider payout percentage because there's such a large prize pool relative to the number of players. So there's, first 15th place going to get like $30, then $40 and $50, and then 10th place like $150 and goes up from there.
So at this point, not a lot of value to just leveling up.
Well, there's certainly some, not as much from 15th to 10th, but at 10th and up, it's you're getting some level ups.
Okay. Gino wakes up here with pocket 10s, makes it 7,000.
Alex got ace-jack offsuit.
And he does
Makes a shove. Gino calls. Gino's going to be at risk.
Yeah, pretty standard play here from both players.
That Queen of Hearts was the burn card. There was an exposed card pre-flop or on the deal. Ace-jack.
Oh, he hit the jack on the end.
Well, yeah, but Gino hit a straight.
Oh, is there straight on board?
Yeah,
Oh,
Gino
nice.
hit the straight. The jack made the straight for Gino, so that was not a good card for Alex.
But he survives it.
Kevin now looking down at ace 10.
Can definitely open here.
He's got a little more chips to play with after tripling up a few hands ago.
Makes a min raise. Gino with the K9 could possibly play here. He's going to let it go. Gary thinking about a 7-9 of diamonds. He's
Makes
getting
the
decent
call, yeah,
odds.
half price.
Calls out of the blind. We'll go to a flop.
King 2-4, a couple of diamonds for Gary. Kevin didn't improve. Gary's actually got the percentage favorite here.
So bet and called by Gary. Picks up the 7 on the turn.
Yep, so now Gary's got a pair, so way out in front.
Got to feel pretty good about Kevin's check back.
Yeah, queen of clubs doesn't help anybody. Gary with his pair of sevens is ahead. He shoves on it.
He only had 11K left, but
You know, it's a half pot bet basically. And
he
it's
decides to fold it.
yeah, it gets through. Well, Kevin only had the bluff catcher with ace high, so
Right.
pretty much an easy fold if you thought Gary had anything. Henry looking down at queen 6 of clubs. Finally folds. Jack 10 of diamonds for Mike. Raises it up 5,000.
One of my favorite hands.
It's in the hijack spot. Raises it up there. Gary 6-3 in the small blind. Says nope. Joe only needs 3,000 to call with ace 4 offsuit. Counts out a few pinks. Makes the call.
Joe likes to see flops.
At a discount. Catches an ace right in the window.
Oh, yeah.
No diamonds for Mike, so and he's actually leads out after Joe checked.
Joe makes the call. Top pair here.
Now Mike caught a pair of tens, so they ended up checking it down all the way. Oh, I'm surprised.
And Joe's going to win that pot with the ace.
I think Mike must have realized that he had his tens were no good. That the ace was going to be even, that the ace was good. So here's our updated chip counts now going into the next level. Kevin's still at the bottom with 13,000. Joe out in front with 49. Dave right on his heels at 41.
Not much has changed, just lost a player.
Blinds are at 1-3-3 now. Kevin basically has 4 bigs.
Yeah, he's going to have to move here fairly soon.
Joe's got about 17 bigs, so that's our spread.
Henry with pocket nines opens to 10,000.
Ace King goes all in for 33.
That's a solid play.
Another Ace King for Gary now.
Facing a 3-bet. What do you do now, Gary? Can't figure he's going away.
No, I figure he's going to 4-bet this and get Henry out of the way.
Yep.
Gary actually has a little bit less than Mike, so ends up calling
Just calling. Yeah.
all in. So 23,000 to Henry if he wants to call.
It'd be tough to get away from pocket nines here, just in case they have the hands they do. Ace king, ace queen, something like that.
He's counting out chips to see where he's at.
And he's got them both covered, so he's closing the action here.
He does make the call.
Yeah, I like the call.
So three-way action. Couple of players all in. Yeah, Henry's got a chance to knock out two if his nines hold up.
Henry's got to feel real good about his hand now.
Yeah, because they've got each other's outs as well. So
Well, they did pick up a jack out here.
a straight draw. Nope, neither one hits it.
Nice pot for Henry.
Henry takes basically almost triples up. And take Gary out in ninth and Mike out in eighth.
Double knockout.
So now we're down to seven-handed, just like that. Kevin on the short stack says, keep doing that. I'll ladder up. Thank you very much.
I'll last here as long as I can. Phelps got a decent hand, ace-9 of spades. Just going to call.
Henry, the king-jack of spades, got to come along for the ride as well. Jim folds 9-4. Kevin with jack 3 of diamonds. Says, heck, I'll play.
See in the small there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dave checks.
All right, four-way action to the flop.
Lots of suited cards here, too.
Not much help for anyone there. Queen 7-6. Checked around. Oh, Henry
King
picks
of
up the
diamonds,
king.
yep.
Picks up the king for top pair. Let's check to him. He's likely going to bet.
I would think so.
Pot at 15. He leads out for 8.
About a half pot bet. Kevin's only got about 10, 12,000 left.
I forgot now. He have a diamond draw? Is that what he's calling?
Yeah. Yeah, but he's got a couple diamonds on the flop on the board, so.
Yeah, picked up the diamond draw.
And
The turn
he hit
hits it on the river.
Yep, he hit it. Got the backdoor diamonds. Come home.
Now he's going to lead out.
All in. All out for Dave.
It's tough for Henry.
Yeah, I think he's calling here just because it's only like a 10,000.
Yep, he's not going to call.
Wow.
Save those chips.
Yep.
He knew it. Kevin shows the flush. Great timing for Kevin to get a hand.
It's nearly a double up there. Eight, 9 for Kevin off suit. Under the gun.
Probably will let this go.
Nope. He says puts him in the middle. Jack King off for Dave. Say that fast.
He's gonna limp in.
King Jack suited for Henry. He raises it up to 12,000.
In position, he likes a little better.
Jim didn't show his cards very well to the camera. We only caught the one. But he didn't like them, so he threw them away.
Kind of a tough call for Dave here. After he's limped for 3, he's got to call an additional 9 with the King Jack.
He doesn't call, he raises.
All right.
He puts it all in for 30,000. Now he puts Henry to the test. And that's a heck of a test. I mean, yeah, you're suited, but he makes the call. You're up against Ace King, you're hosed. He's not, but it's certainly a hand that could play out the same way.
Sure. He's got the chips. He can afford to make the call. Looks like not too big a hit to his stack.
Highly likely we're going to end up with a chop.
Right.
You can see the percentages there are just their percentage to actually win the hand outright.
Henry, I'm sure, was relieved to see that King Jack there.
And they both flop a king. Dave's still got outs to a flush.
And that's going to be a chop.
Yep. Well, Dave had the backdoor flush draw. He hit it on the turn, but did not hit it on the river, so he chop it up.
He did have the spade. Henry with the queen 10 off. Could possibly go with this or not.
7-handed under the gun.
He is going to play it. He's going to raise it.
Raises it up. Jim looks down at king 10, throws it away.
Yeah, a little tougher to call the raise.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't blame him for throwing it away from
Early position
under
raise.
the gun raise, exactly. Pocket 8s for Alex.
He's going to move in with it. Only 16K. I have a feeling Henry's probably going to call here, getting pretty good odds.
Joe, ace 5 offsuit. He's thinking about it. I'm sure he doesn't like the fact that Henry's behind him still to act.
Right, not closing the action.
I know I have to. That makes me think a lot.
Mm-hmm.
In that same situation where I got a hand that I want to play but don't want to call, don't want to get raised on.
Yeah, don't want to get sandwiched.
Yep. So here we go. Pocket 8s versus queen 10. 2 overs. Board runs out all rags. 8s are going to hold up.
And Alex survives.
Yep. Ends up being second pair, those pocket 8s. On a 9 high board. Ace 9 now for Jim, offsuit.
You play these under the gun here?
I don't.
Yeah,
but he goes all in with it.
He's gonna move all in.
Yeah, he's got 6 bigs, so.
Yeah. Players feeling the pressure here, probably likely to go with.
Yep. I think at that point I'd have had to do that too with 6 bigs.
Yeah.
But Dave comes over the top with king, queen of diamonds for 33,000, 11 bigs.
Another reasonable play.
Yep, trying to squeeze out anybody else. And it works. So we're going to go heads up. Jim at risk with his ace 9. Dave's got king, queen of diamonds. Jim was slight favorite.
Oh, and hits the queen. Dave hits the queen.
And that's going to do it for Jim. Pair of queens takes it down. Jim Bursh's out in 7th place. $220. Blinds are at 244 now.
Joe got the big slick.
Raises it up to 16,000. Kevin 5-4 offsuit. Gonna go into muck. Pocket 6s for Dave.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough decision here with your short stack. I think a lot depends on who raised it. It's Joe, who's I would say pretty tight pre-flop. But I think he's going to move with his 6s here.
Joe's got him covered.
Yeah, that weighs into the decision too. He decides to let it go. Juno moves in for 25K with the ace 3 spades.
No, and he's not going to be liking this.
No, Joe makes a quick call.
Oh,
wow.
2 kings, but 2
does
spades.
Pick up spade draw.
Yep. Right color, wrong suit.
Ace king holds up, and Gino's going to be eliminated.
6th place, $275 for Gino. Now we're down to 5-handed.
To Joe with the ace 4 off. 5-handed could be a reasonable open.
Yep, we have a dead small blind here, so just a single big. And that big blind looks down at pocket jacks.
Oh, and that's going to be an easy all-in for Alex. Nice to see a big pair when you're 5-handed.
Joe's got 16 in the pot already. It's only another 16 to call.
Yeah, I can't see him getting away from that.
Ace 4 off suit. Does finally make the call. Into the middle they go. Jacks versus ace 4. Joe needs a little bit of help. And gets it.
Ooh. That's a lot of
Hits 2 pair. And that's going to do it for the pocket jacks of Alex Kotowski. He's going to go out in 5th place for $360.
Another one of many that went down with jacks.
3 ways to play them. They're all wrong. Kevin looks down at a pair of ducks. Quack, quack.
What's he going to do with it?
Raises it up to 10,000. We have a dead small blind here again. So
Joe with the 7-6 of clubs going to make a call.
makes the call from the big. 24,000 in the pot. Seeing a flop.
Oh, wow.
Bottom set for Kevin right in the window.
Just takes command, and Joe was unlucky enough to hit the 6.
Yeah, so he's going to kind of hang around and see what he can do. Got middle pair.
Calls the 10K bet from Kevin. Can't say I blame him.
Ace king now out there. Got to think things are going to slow down a little bit. Joe does check. I know Kevin feeling pretty confident. It's keeping Joe around that's going to be the problem.
Oh, Kevin knows he has the best hand. He's praying that Joe has an ace.
Bets out 22. Joe calls.
Joe calls, but I don't think he likes it. He's got
a club draw now too. So
he does.
9 of spades. Again, right color, wrong suit.
And I think Joe's going to check and fold here most likely.
Yeah, that club on the turn had
Just
got
enough
Joe
to hook him.
got Joe to hang around. Kevin shoves for his last 22,000.
Joe's figuring, I don't think Kevin's going to 3-barrel here with nothing that I can beat. It's a nice pot for Kevin.
Yeah, way too many ways to lose that hand. So Kevin's been fighting his way. He started out in 9th at this final table, and now he's down to the top 4.
He was in 9th for quite a while. He's done well just to get to this point.
And he's building up a little bit of a stack there. You can see his wall of yellows.
Yeah.
Got a little stack of blues behind it. Not supposed to do that, Kevin. You got to keep the big chips out front.
Angle shooter.
Get a one-round penalty for that.
Henry with a 4-deuce. 4-deuce puts in a raise. Kevin's going to make the call with a 10-jack of clubs.
Henry getting a little frisky.
He's opening it up.
Ace, 7, 6, couple of clubs for Kevin. So he's got 2 overs to Henry and the flush draw. And Henry bets out again.
He's going to continue with it. Only makes it, a third pot bet. It's going to be tough to get Kevin off a hand like this or any sort of hand. He does make the call.
Another ace.
Now, can Henry find the guts to double barrel it, represent the ace? He does check to Kevin. Checks it back. Oh, and Kevin hits the jack on the river.
Well, Kevin was leading the whole way, but
He was, but didn't know it.
Now he's got a reason to actually hang around.
Right.
They do check it down. Henry shows his big 4-deuce.
Yeah. It's got to be, that hand's going to implant some doubts in people's minds now.
The whole other 3 at the table. Looks down at 7-9 offsuit this time. Not going to play those from under the gun.
Kevin likely going to play the jack 10 of clubs.
Again.
He's going to like that hand. Joe with the ace 8, not going anywhere. Is he going to raise with it or call?
Well, just makes the check.
Okay.
So heads up again. Queen 7-4 rainbow.
No help to anyone.
They check it. 3 of diamonds.
Check, check.
Check again. 8. Joe picks up a pair of 8s now. Bets out 5,000.
Trying to get a little bit of value from anything. Any 3, 4, 7 he's hoping?
Kevin needs the ocean card for a 9 for a straight.
Picked up a draw in the river.
Right, exactly. So Joe takes it down with his 5,000 chip bet. Nine, 7 of clubs for Kevin under the gun. I don't think he's looked yet. He doesn't realize action's on him.
And all three of these players or all four of these players are very, very careful. You don't see a lot of them blowing off a lot of chips on any one hand. We could be in for a long haul here. Of course, you do have to open up four-handed regardless. Well, he gets a lot of marginal hands going to the flop.
Joe and Kevin both pick up a pair of sevens. Or actually, Kevin's got two pair.
Top two for Kevin.
Yep.
He's got to feel good about that.
Check to him. He bets out 7,000. Half the pot again.
Joe makes a quick call with his 7. Reasonable with middle pair.
King just misses Joe, but he picks up a flush draw.
Yeah, King of Hearts puts 3 hearts on the board. It's an interesting turn.
Yep, slows him down. They both check. 4 of spades. Joe misses.
Kevin's got to feel like he's in command now. Probably going to go for a little bit of value.
Question is, can he get paid?
Thinking about it.
No, he checks.
Checks it.
Joe flips over his pair. Kevin flips over his 2 pair. Scoops the pot. Henry folds that powerhouse 8-6. Kevin's got flat tire.
Flat tire?
Yeah, what's a jack for?
Oh, nice. I haven't heard that one before. That's pretty
I made it up.
That's pretty good.
That's my own. It's also known as the Robbie, which most people call it the Robbie.
Oh, right. From the controversial hand.
Yeah. Was that at the Hustler Casino, I think? Yeah.
And Joe spikes a 3 to take the lead off Dave's pair of 2s.
Monster hands here.
Yeah. Dave leads it out, not knowing he's worse. Joe's going to raise it up, having hit 2 pair on the turn. Dave, I think, is probably going to make a fold here.
And there he goes. Yep. Joe shows his 2 pair. Mighty nice of him.
Mm-hmm.
Big hands at this final table.
Kevin get the king 7. I think he might open here four-handed.
Nope.
Decides not to.
Joe gonna call half price with 6 deuce. Queen 9 for Henry. Puts it all in for another 16 or 15,000.
I like the play. He's going to probably pick up the blinds with that move. Joe having just limped.
Yeah.
Likely a marginal hand.
Joe's got to decide where he wants to put 15,000 more in the pot. It's half the pot, so he's getting 2 to 1 on his money.
Can't imagine a hand much worse.
But he does make the call. He figures he's
Wow,
live.
he's going for it. Okay.
Yeah, figures he's live, I guess. So he flips him over. I'm live, damn it. Queen 9. Got 8-3-9. It's hearts are no good for Joe. Queen of hearts for Henry.
Joe down to 1 card for the 2 or 6. Oh, and he hits a 2.
Yeah, but Henry's got a pair of 9s.
Henry's got a pair of 9s.
So the 2 doesn't help him any.
Nice pickup for Henry.
Joe's thinking I should have just folded pre-flop, damn it. Ace 8 off or Ace 10 offsuit.
Raise it up to 17. Kevin with Ace 8 diamonds is probably going to play.
Calls it for 15 more. Pocket
Dave
5s
with
for
pocket
Dave's. For Dave.
He's looking real short stacked here. He might just move it all in.
Yeah, it's all in or fold. It's 11 to call.
Any pair at this point is probably good enough to play.
He's thinking. He just makes the call. Interesting. He's only got about 8,000 behind, it looks like.
Yeah, I guess he can see what the action looks like on the flop and maybe give himself another shot.
He wish he didn't have enough to make the calls. Now he's got even less behind now.
Boy. Yeah, I think no matter what comes on the flop, he's probably going to play.
8, 9, deuce. Kevin picks up a pair of 8s. Checks around. Interesting. 6.
Pocket 5s picks up the bottom end of a straight draw, gut shot draw. Joe picks up the top end of a straight draw.
Oh, Dave had a few more chips back there than we thought. 13,000, but nonetheless, he's going to be sucking wind here. That's 5s versus a pair of 8s. Needs a 7 or a 5. 10 of clubs is not going to do it. Dave, our 4th place finisher, takes down $495 for his effort. And now we're down to 3-handed. Kevin ladders up again.
Wow, yeah. Coming from last place. Coming from the final table with just, 2 blinds he arrived here with?
No, I think it was, what did we start at? 1, 2? He had 4 blinds.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Now we're at 366.
Heck of a run there, Kevin.
He took chipping a chair very seriously.
I haven't played too much with that Dave, but he's made quite a few final tables here.
Yeah, recently. He's had a couple. He's not a regular. Ace, Queen, 8. 2 hearts. Nobody's got a heart.
And Kevin's paired the 8.
Yep, he's got a commanding lead on this one, 97%. And Henry's not going to play.
I think he folded before.
Yeah, so they ended up getting tired and doing a chop.
Oh.
And I'm not sure how they decided on the money because Henry ended up with the most money. But Kevin ended up with the title. So here is our standings.
A 3-way chop.
Yeah,
Come on.
3-way chop. But yeah, somehow Henry ended up with the most money. I'm not sure how that worked out. But here's our final standings. So there you are, the 2024 Tournament of Champions. I'm your host, Terry Prince, saying so long and good night.
Thanks, Terry.
Have a good one.